It's now time for me to take you onto a wonderful world of pieces of purpose. This segment is written, directed and hosted by a gracious lady by the name of Mrs. Sohaira Sultan. Sohaira Ji is a well-recognized life coach. Her choice of words mean the world to a lot of us. Her approach of life is of great value to all of us. This means pay attention. This week, this life coach will enlighten us with and about living with chronic illness. Let's take a close look.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us on Pieces of Purpose. Today, I want to talk to you about living with chronic illness. The first thing I want to ask is, what do you consider to be chronic illness? I ask this because I've spoken to so many people, especially women, who suffer from chronic illness and are constantly judgmental of themselves. It really does start with defining and understanding what this is so that we and our caretakers, loved ones, are compassionate to ourselves and our bodies. Chronic illness means struggling with an illness, possibly even multiple illnesses, autoimmune disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, on a daily basis. It means that something in your body has malfunctioned and is working against you. It means never knowing how you will feel when you wake up in the morning and still be able to honor your body and what's going on with your health. It's unrealistic to expect yourself to be positive all the time, and it's unrealistic of those around you. Emotions are natural, and it's important to allow yourself time to be mad about your situation or to grieve about it. But what I will say about that is always make a deal with yourself. I'm going to cry about this, I'm going to cry it out, and I'm going to pick back up. Give yourself a timeline. When it comes to grieving, you all know what I'm talking about, right? Self-pity just isn't pretty. The truth is, though, that one of the most difficult things about chronic illness is letting go of what you used to be able to do and finding the ability to celebrate what you can still do. So even though positivity is not always easy, it's important to strive for constantly. An important plan of action for this is to find something that you can do that increases your self-esteem and is still flexible with your time commitment. Focus on the positives, celebrate, and be grateful. In a video log, I heard someone say celebrate, and I really believe this is so critical in being able to stay with positivity. Take the time to acknowledge the simplest tasks being accomplished. Focus on whatever has been possible today. Sometimes even getting out of bed is worthy of celebration. And even if you weren't able to get out of bed, you survived till the end of the day. Everything we accomplished today was done despite our body working against us. Let me say that again. Everything that was accomplished today was done despite our body working against us. Give it your best effort and be proud of it. Thankfulness keeps you focused on what you do have and not what you don't have. Sometimes you may not have the ability to focus on your movements, and your movements might even be constrained. But be thankful for the things that allow you to be mobile or the medication that's keeping you going. Keep a healthy perspective. Have a clear understanding of what you can and cannot control. Something that happens with chronic illness is you don't know how you're going to feel. So it's important not to set yourself up for failure, which can spiral into many emotions of self-hate and frustration. Here's the other thing I'm going to say. Do not compare yourself to others who suffer from the same diagnosis as you. The symptoms will vary, and how your body reacts may very well be different from how another person's body reacts. Obviously, you need to make sure you're following the doctor's orders and prescribed medication, but after that, stop feeling guilty about what isn't in your control. How will I feel when I wake up? Is this new medication going to give me the relief I need? Will I be able to help my kids with homework or bake cookies for my grandkids when they come over? Those are always questions that come up. Be gentle with yourself. Do what your body needs from you and push it only enough so that you don't start feeling fatigued by your own frustration. Educate the people around you so that you know what to expect and you don't have to go through feelings of letting the other person down. I can't emphasize enough how key this is for your loved ones and caretakers to understand as well. I remember one day when I woke up and I just dragged myself. The kids were little, we were home alone, and in the middle of that, one of my kids asked, "Mama, can you play Legos with me?" And I just had this guilt wash over me and I couldn't say no. So I sat down with them, and I really don't know how I did it because I barely was able to keep myself sitting up because I was so dizzy. And then I passed out. That was much scarier for them. And every time I get sick, I feel guilty about not being able to give my family my 100%. But you know what? I've also learned that children, just like sincere loved ones in our life, are smart and they have the ability to empathize. And if we at very least give them a chance by letting them know what's going on with us and what we need, we don't put them in a frightening position. And hopefully by taking care of ourselves, we can be more available to them. Another really important element to have in place for positivity is finding a support group of some sort. With chronic illness, there are some days your symptoms are new, and new can mean scary and can cause underlying depression as you face the unknown. It's important to be able to share notes, laugh about failures, and to hear the words, "No, you're not dying." A wise young lady said, "I can't ignore it and I can't change it, so I embrace it." Embrace what you can do, make the best of your life. My illness is only a part of me and not all of me. To learn more about being in the best you in the face of chronic illness, you can contact me via Facebook. That's Sohara Pieces of Purpose. Till next time, remember, one day at a time, you've got this. Thanks for watching.